They will eat lizards and snakes, they will eat toads and frogs, and they will even eat some really big things like even raccoons and even porcupine. They eat absolutely everything. But out of everything that I've told you, I still haven't mentioned his favorite food. He has a favorite food as well, just like the Harris hawk did, just like you guys do. Again, you guys probably know what it is, but I haven't mentioned it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all 3 clues, and then we're going to see if we can guess it, okay? Now, if you do figure it out before the 3rd clue, I'm just going to ask that you keep the answer in your head, okay? Because I want everyone to get a chance to figure this out on their own. Okay, you guys ready? All right, here we go. First clue is that the great horned owl's favorite food is an animal that is black and white in color. Second clue, sometimes you might smell his favorite food before you see it. Some of you have some loud in your head voices. And third clue, last but not least, his favorite food has a convenient landing strip putting it down its back to the back of its head. I think you guys have figured it out. What's he like to eat, guys? Absolutely. He loves to catch and eat skunks. Now, that probably doesn't sound like a great idea right off the bat, right? Because if you chase a skunk, it's going to smell awful, and it's probably going to ruin your whole day, right? Now, if the great horned owl tries to chase a skunk, do you guys think the skunk's going to spray him? Yeah, that's right, guys, because the skunk doesn't want to be eaten, right? So yes, they're going to defend themselves. But the great horned owl has a secret, okay? Along with almost every other bird in the entire world, the great horned owl has this secret. So it is very well kept, and if you ever meet a skunk in the wild, I need you to promise me that you will not tell them, okay? But along with almost every other bird in the whole world, great horned owls don't have a sense of smell. It is as simple as that. He cannot smell a single thing. So, if he can't smell anything, and he gets sprayed by a skunk, what do you think is going to happen to him? Nothing. That's right. How about he wouldn't give a hoot? How about that? Is that a good answer?
He's going to smell.
That was pretty good. It's an owl, right? All right. But actually, on a bit more of a serious note, I mentioned earlier that breeding season runs right through the winter time, and it kind of finishes up at kind of mid-March. That's when all the babies start to be born. So next month, there are going to be baby great horned owls out in the wild. Now, baby great horned owls have to learn how to fly sometime, and the way they do is by hopping from branch to branch to branch to branch. Now, sometimes they miss, sometimes they fall, and sometimes they end up on the ground. Now, they're okay when they end up on the ground, because they're light, they can slow themselves down, and baby birds tend to bounce, so they'll be okay. But the problem is now they're on the ground. Now let's say you were out wandering around and you found a baby great horned owl on the ground, or any baby bird on the ground with a nest up in a tree. What should you do with that baby bird? Leave it. Who says leave it alone? It's always the adults, right? Okay. Now if you were told to leave that baby bird alone, what are some of the reasons you've been told to leave that baby bird alone? Let's see if we can't go through some of them. Yeah, what have you been told? Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. That's right. Now, why were you told they might not recognize it if you touch it? No, you have no idea. That's okay. Yeah, what were you told? It could have a lot of germs on it. Well, birds are pretty germ-free. The only time I've ever heard of someone getting sick from a bird is when a sick vulture sneezed in his mouth. So as long as you avoid that, you should be okay. But that's a good one. But you don't have to worry about getting sick. Yeah, what have you been told? Yeah, why wouldn't the mother want him back? What could be one of the reasons that she might not want him back? You don't know? That's okay. You've just been told they don't want him back. Right. All right. Yeah, down in the corner. What might be the reason? Yeah, with the grace letter here. Yeah? Yeah, so why might they not recognize it if you touch it, right? What might be the reason? Because you have your germs on it? That's not really, that's kind of a good one, but not really the reason. What about the adults? What have you guys been told? Yeah, that's right. Who's ever been told that the mother will not take the baby bird back because she will smell you on the baby bird? Who's ever been told that before? Right, now using what we have learned today, and using our awesome power of deduction, you guys see a pretty fundamental flaw in that reasoning there, right? How's a mother supposed to smell you on the baby bird if she can't smell the baby bird in the first place, right? So I'm not sure who started it. It was either a kid who didn't want to put it back there, or a mother who didn't want their kid to touch it. Someone started it, but it is provably not true. The thing is, guys, parents keep caring for the babies even when they're on the ground. It is a natural part of their cycle. The problem is, though, they don't end up staying on the ground for too long, okay? So you are absolutely